Salutes! Most excellent! Greetings and salutations! It is I, Professor Macabro, back again with the other day of the 80's non-horror movie week challenge. We looked at Die Hard, and you're probably asking, Professor, what's going on? You just uploaded the Die Hard video, and this evening you're uploading another one. You see, the Die Hard video was supposed to go up yesterday, but the vessel that I possess from time to time unfortunately went through some personal shit, which prevented me from uploading the video. Damn him and his life. But, anyway, this is day 4, the proper day 4 release of this challenge. And what movie will I talk about? Well, I'm going to talk about another movie that inspired a lot of people. In different ways, I must say. It was a staple in the 90's for the rap community, which is, well, we'll get to it. But, the movie that I will talk about released in 1983, and that movie stars Al Pacino before he went all, Shout Factory and started just screaming at everything like, "Oh, Al Pacino! Oh!" What happened to you, man? But, he was still pretty good in The Irishman. I like it, but, it's still very... Tone it down a bit, man. But the movie we're talking about is Scarface. Again, released in 1983, starring Al Pacino as Tony Montana, a Cuban immigrant that falls into the U.S., or actually deported to the U.S., and he wants to achieve the American dream, as a lot of people wish to achieve the American dream. The only difference is he does it through crime and the distribution of cocaine, which, I must say, cocaine was very big in the 80's. It was huge, all over the place. I have a theory that a lot of the more insane ideas for movies and music from the 80's was inspired by drugs. So there you go. So Al Pacino starts in their lower ranks, he's just like an enforcer, and then after a very, very intense chainsaw scene, which a lot of people misremember as being bloody and gory, it's not that bloody and gory. They actually cut away from the chunky parts. He rises up, he gets betrayed, gets revenge, and takes control of a criminal empire. So the allure of that concept, I respect. There's, you start from nothing, and you rise to fame, well, infamy, and fortune. The girls, the drugs, the excess, which was a thing in the 80's. But, unfortunately, Tony Montana breaks the cardinal rule. You don't sample your own supply. So he starts getting, into the cocaine, and he starts making very, very poor decisions. And his whole life crashes down. And I think that's the message of this. Like, don't fall into excess and auto-sabotage yourself. But a lot of people don't see that. They just see, oh, he was nothing, and then he rose to fame, infamy again, and money. It's all about the money and the women. But they fail to realize that Tony Montana got killed in the end, in a very epic shootout scene, I must say. Tony Montana, after sabotaging a whole bunch of stuff himself because of the drugs, he starts doing cocaine, like this whole pile, a table full of cocaine. And he's like, and snorts the shit out of that. So, Colombian hitmen start going after him, and he's in an epic shootout. He's taking a whole bunch of bullets, like, he's like, "That's all you got? You don't take me down. I am Tony Montana. I'll kill all of you. I'll kill all of you." And then a shotgun to the back is what actually does him in. But, yeah, a lot of people forget that he dies in this. Although there is a video game where he actually survived that somehow. And you follow it. Ripoff of Grand Theft Auto Vice City, which is heavily inspired by Scarface. Scarface itself, a remake of a 1930s movie about a Italian gangster. And in this one, they contemporize it for the 80's, and it's a Cuban guy played by an Italian. But he did a good job, in my opinion. So, have you seen Scarface? I don't think anyone hasn't seen Scarface. But if you haven't, I recommend it. And if you have seen it, what do you think of Scarface? Do you idolize Tony Montana? Or do you see the cautionary tale behind the flick? Let me know. I will see you next time for the next entry in this 80s Week Non-Horror Movie Challenge. Again, submitted by Echo Zero. I will see you then. But until then, I wish you all a good evening. Also, say hello to my little friend.